Hello and happy week. Today we are going to discover the energy behind two of the 72 name combination, Dalet Membet and Mem Nun Kuf. These two combinations are corresponded with this week energy. Actually, it started this last Saturday and it's going to be for the whole week. And when we're talking about Dalet Membet and Mem Nun Kuf, let's see first of all the regular interpretation as it's mentioned in the book or the app. So Dalet Membet known to be fear of God. So we're not really talking about the fear of God. It's ir'ah, which is really connecting us to the awe, like how we appreciate the energy of the Creator in our life, and we will talk about it. And Mem Nun Kuf known to be as the combination that connects us to accountability, responsibility. Let's talk about it for a second, and let's understand really what is the message for each one of us this week, and what are the tools or maybe the workshop that I'm going to share with you that you can know how to apply it into your life. When we speak about the whole concept of loving the Creator, awe or fear of God, etc., we will see it obviously in the biblical story, coming in, like represented in different stories, and especially in the story of the receiving of the 10 Commandments. The Rav always talked about it, that when we understand or we read about the event of the revelation of the 10 Commandments in Mount Sinai, doesn't really speak right now of the concept of religion, right? The Creator said or commanded and so forth, and we need to follow. It's really when we see when we attach to and understand more about the 10 Commandments, we'll see that it's talking about the ability to feel the light of the Creator, the ability to see the Creator in a personal manner, the ability to feel, experience the Creator on a personal level. Like, for example, when I say I feel good, or when we feel good today, energetically, emotionally, in any form that we feel good, it means that something really entered my being, and it allows me to look at myself internally, actually, because there's some sort of a revelation of light. And when we feel good, which means we have affinity with the light of the Creator, we have this connection with the light of the Creator. So it's not something that we are studying about to say, okay, you feel something and you know why and how and when the Creator really entered your life. When I feel or experience or see in my daily experiences, it's not really connecting to logic, okay? So it's not because something good happened to me, which means the Creator loves me, and when bad things happen to me, so the Creator doesn't love me. This is a religious way of thinking. So when we relate to Dalet Membet, and referring to the story of the receiving of the 10 Commandments, which is the technology to really understand how we can play this game that it's called life, it is mentioned in the portion of Yitro. It's mentioned that the Israelites were saying, Na'aseh v'nishma, we shall do and we shall hear. And basically what the Rav explained about this at that time, that the Israelites were really prepared and ready to receive this tremendous amount of light that needs to be revealed to them, and which means when the light that was available for the Israelite to receive. So what really happened in Mount Sinai? What really happened? What type of energy that has been revealed after 40 days that Moses climbed the mountain and came with the tabernacle? I'm sorry, with the 10 Commandments. So 39 days and 18 hours, the Israelites really maintained a higher level of consciousness And it's mentioned that if there were just 6 more hours, if they would have maintained that consciousness, they could have really received like a high level of immortality consciousness. But it seems that, you know, in the Dead Sea story, the Israelites really reached a higher level of consciousness, but yet the consciousness of the evil inclination was in them. It didn't like really went away. They still had fears, even though they overcame some fears of really departing their own sea, and regardless of that, they injected a level of certainty. Yet the consciousness of the Satan, the consciousness of the evil inclination, exists over there. But in those 39 days and 18 hours, they were able to connect to a situation where the opponent didn't have any control over them, that fear didn't exist within them, that chaos had no room in their life, limitation never existed. All the Israelites literally reached in those days and hours the highest level of potential. And just imagine yourself that wherever you're at right now, if you add like 5% of your potential that it's been revealed to you today, 5 more percent, like, isn't it going to be amazing? So imagine yourself that those Israelites received 100% level of their potential, each one of them. They all got connected to what we know, ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, love your neighbor as yourself. People that lost their arms, for example, gained them back, like those who couldn't listen, those who couldn't see, saw. And the Rav explained that when we live in this 1% world, we all see or experience only the reflection of what we see. For example, when we look at the wall and we see a color on the wall, do we really see the color? Basically, we only see the reflection of the light that's coming back from the object or from the wall. If we listen to a recording of our voice, it's really interesting. Like, I never like to hear the recording of my voice, but when we hear a recording of our voice, we don't really believe that this is my voice, because when we speak, we're not really listening to ourselves, right? So in everything that in the 1%, we are basically connecting to the vessel, not to the real energy. It's like when people are talking, a lot of the time, they're not really connecting to their essence. So in Mount Sinai, the Israelite they're really connected to the essence of the Shekhinah, to the essence of the light itself, not the reflection. So when a miracle is occurring in our life, we say, oh, the light is really in my life. We don't really see, though, the power of the Creator. We see the expression and the manifestation of the power of the Creator. And it's very important to understand in our life, you know, the revelation of this wisdom of Kabbalah. It's here to really help us to achieve this mission in our life, to get to this to be part of this critical mass of people that with a higher level of consciousness, and to really connect to this reality that we just shared. But of course, we need more people that will have the same consciousness and knowing. So each one of us will be able to reach the end of our correction, right? But the evil inclination, the Satan, the opponent, what's the purpose? Its purpose is to really bring us to compromise and settle for what exists. Because compromising in life, you know, and we see, like, let's say, negativity that around us and limitation, but still, yet because we're compromised, we say, oh, at least I'm happy in my own, let's say, level, in my own realm. At least I can, you know, succeed with my kids to a certain degree. There's a certain success. I'm happy with that, because there are many things that I'm not happy with them in my area in my life, but at least in this area I'm happy. So we're literally settling for less. In relationship, for example, we do. In the level of happiness we have when we eat, in our health. Even I spoke recently with few 60, 70-year-old people that they say, okay, this is my life. It's not what I really expected, or it's not the way I was 40. And it seems that there's a compromising or settling for less. And the reason for that is that the Satan, or the evil inclination, doesn't want us to have that vision of connecting to our potential. That when I don't have a vision about what is my potential, what can I really reach to really achieve freedom out of this chaos, we really missing, we compromising. And imagine yourself waking up in the morning, and the voice that you keep hearing in your mind, in your brain, in your being, is a voice of love, and it's a voice of positivity, and a voice of appreciation, and a voice of what is good, and of harmony. Not of any of the negativity really bothering you. But we know that from the moment we are remembering ourselves, we're fighting this evil inclination, and we are affected by it. But we know it's also an illusion. It's also an illusion, because the essence is our soul. So for this week, with the power of the Dalet Mem Bet, when we want to connect to the Creator, and to connect to the way the Creator intended for us, the vision that the Creator intended for us. So the first step that I would recommend to do using the Dalet Mem Bet is to really imagine ourselves, or visualize the unlimited reality that can be in my life, that exists in a parallel universe in my life. And write down in your journal, like, what do you see? What is your vision? Go inside and see the potential that the Creator intended for you. And this is available with the Dalet Mem Bet. It's opening this ability to hear the inner voice, to connect to the inner voice. So it's really about connecting to the vision of the future that already exists in this present. So by this first step, we eliminating the power of the Satan, of the evil inclination, not to settle for less. So if you can write down in every area in your life that you're settling for less, that you don't really truly believe that you can reach, let's say, number 10, and that you say for yourself, I'm in level 5 and it's okay. This is the area when I'm compromising, when I'm settling for less, and I want to remove it and I want to wash it away from me. All those areas that we are blocked because of our fears, that those are really causing us to really think small. So this is the second step, is to create yourself list of the fears that you are facing, that are blocking you, that put you in a place where you're fighting on your survivals in life. And you say to yourself, if this will happen, and as long as all of this is happening, or as long as this fear exists, for sure, I'm settling for less. So those are the two steps, using the Dalet Mem Bet, with the energy of the Dalet Mem Bet, to really remove this settling for less, to remove this compromising. The removal of pain and suffering from our life is to understand that my vessel is big enough to receive tremendous amount of light. If we do not understand it, if we do not have the certainty that our vessel is large enough, big enough to accept and to receive blessings in my life, and it will put us in a place where I'm not willing to remove any limitation that exists. Like, I do not believe that I'm able to receive all those blessings. So how we can receive like this energy of the Creator? how we can really connect to the fear and the awe of God. So if we would like to feel and experience the cleansing of the fear and the evil inclination in my life for this week with Dalet Mem Bet, we wanted to open ourselves to the vision of the unlimited, a vision that shows me all possibilities. And this is the biggest vessel that we want to create to receive the blessings and the fulfillment in my life. And when we add in to that Mem Nun Kuf, which is really about accountability and responsibility, we wanted to see really what is really so special within each one of us that we can really change the world. What is so special? When a person, and you know what, I'm going to read a section from the Zohar. It happened to be the energy of Yitro from last Shabbat, last week energy, but it's in verse 28 in the portion of Yitro. And I'm just going to read the section in the Zohar so we can connect to it. And it says, וישמע יתרו וגומר וכי יתרו שמע וכל עלמא לא שמעו והכתיב שמעו עמים ירגזון אלא כל עלמא שמעו ולה ידברו ויהיו שמע וידבר והתקפיה מקמיה דקודשה בריחו והתקרב לדחלתיה. So this verse and the following verses really speak about the fact that Yitro listened. He heard about all the miracles that the Creator has created with the Israelites, from the departing of the sea and taking out of Egypt and the war in Amalek. And what was special about Yitro, that he was broken. This is what the verse is helping for us to understand, that he was broken. He wasn't just listening, but he was broken from inside. Like he broke this klipa, this shell that prevent us from seeing and connecting to the Creator and seeing the possibilities and miracles occurs in our life. So the intention here, or the understanding here, that when we are listening with a vessel that tells us subconsciously that I'm willing to hear things that will push me to my next level, I'm ready for it. So if I'm listening to things or hearing things, even like certain truth, right, that will push us forward, and we are really willing to really hear what is that I need to change, of course we will move to the next level. But most of us really don't want to hear or don't want to listen. What is that we need to change? We don't want to really hear the truth of what is happening with me. We're afraid. We're afraid of what will happen. We're worried of what will take place. It's like we're saying to ourselves, I'd rather stay here and I'll put like those filters, and so I can hear only what I can handle, or I can listen to only what I can really contain, what is my vessel can contain. Like the truth that will change my life completely, I'm not ready for it. Have you experienced that in your life? It's kind of like going to be like, oh my God, this information, this truth going to really break me. And everything that I believe in will completely disappear from my life. But this is really the intention. This is really the intention of, and this is the time when we are willing to listen and to hear for information that really can change my life, to help me to remove my fears. It's in other ways, I'm saying I'm taking responsibility on my life. I'm accountable for my life. Even if I don't hear the words, I'm listening to the messages. But all of us, have a limited vessel. It's like, how much do I really willing to take from the information? How much I'm willing to listen, how much I'm willing to do, because it will break me. It will break me. Like when people say to us what they feel about us or what they think that we need to change, we will break from it, so we don't want to let go. And one of the things that we want to understand when we connect to accountability or taking responsibility of my life, we need to ask ourselves, what is that we are willing to let go? What type of truth or illusion, information of fear, anything that is blocking us, am I willing to let it go? Because otherwise what it will bring us into a place of complaining, and when we're complaining, it's automatically connecting us to the consciousness of victim, right? It's like when someone is coming to tell me, calling me or texting me, listen, I need to speak with you. Automatically, what do we hear? Oh my God, it's going to be rough. I don't know what will be in that conversation. What he wants to talk to me. So we're preparing ourselves to the most difficult thing that could be. So what's the worst that is going to happen? Oh my God, what will take place? So what we're doing, we starting to protect ourselves instead of letting go. Like bring. I want to hear the truth. I want everything that will bring me to my next level. Who cares if I'll get offended or I'll see the worst in me? Who cares? We all have a selective hearing. It's like a small vessel. And I'm willing to shake it up and remove it. I'm willing to be open, not just to be nice, like to really dive in the fear, and like I'm willing to hear everything. It doesn't matter what was in the past. It's okay to break my image from the past. How many times in our life we really got broken completely? That we understood that we were wrong and were willing to admit and to be open about this. It's a tremendous week that we have this energy of Dalet Mem Bet and Mem Nun Kuf to support us in our process. And because sometimes I'm breaking, or I need to be broken for the way I'm like conducting myself in relationship, to let go of the fear that let us hear just a little bit more. People are experiencing miracles and sharing with us their miracle stories, and we say, oh, that's so beautiful. It's really changed and awakened that person because he was willing to let go that image of him, that ego of him, his respect completely. And he was willing to be broken and admit the mistake. By that, with its accountability. This is what we want to do this week, because there are people, again, that are not willing to listen, not because they're not present, it's because they are afraid to get broken. To break what? Our ego. Karen Berg used to give this example in the past, that if you take like a ceramic cup, for example, a ceramic plate, the only way that we can kosher that plate or purify the plate to be used is to break it. And this is also on a person that if he wants to go to purify himself, we recommend to go to the mikveh, like this pool or source of water, right? To purify himself, because the person is like this ceramic vessel, that the only way that we can purify ourselves as we immerse ourselves in this water is to be broken from inside, is to surrender to the fact that I am saying to myself, I don't know anything, but I'm taking the responsibility on my life. And only then this mikveh or source of water can really help us. So it's interesting that the vessel to really allow the light of the Creator to be revealed in our life is that of this awe of God, of this appreciation of God, of the light of the Creator. So this one I don't like to use the word fear, because I don't think it's the right translation to the word ir'a, which is awe. Out of the appreciation, and the amount of level of appreciation or awe that we have to the Creator, our vessel are ready to go through this change as we just share. So this week, I'm just closing this message that with the Dalet Mem Bet and Mem Nun Kuf, with the exercises I share with you and recommended for you to use this week, we need to understand that in our life there is no lack of light, only lack of vessel. So there is no lack of blessings, only lack of appreciation and certainty. And when you have enough appreciation to the power of the light, the vessels and the blessings and the miracles showing up in your life will show up in your life. And by using the Dalet Mem Bet and Mem Nun Kuf, the way we pronounce it now, or in any form of meditation that you would like to use, to see the letters with light coming towards you and surrounding you, you can have the ability to see, to connect to your next level and allow yourself to be broken. And this is a beautiful week to do it. So I would love to hear from you if with your experience, how is it going for you? If you have any questions and you would like to share anything, when you apply this Dalet Mem Bet and Mem Nun Kuf, you're more than welcome to contact me via email, rachel.madar@kabbalah.com. And I'm wishing all of us the best success of breaking ourselves and willing to hear the truth so we can move to our next level. Thank you for joining me.